Each gate opens into all the other gates, towards the 4 compass points, so that all are contained in each. The city must constantly be recreated by us as a bulwark against the shadowy 3-dimensional world. The colors of flesh and sets and fluids are washed and bled flat and compacted more from memory than vision. A circle divided into the pairs of opposites of the Aristotelian elements and qualities. The stupid fantasy echo play and all the cliches that seem acceptable only on stages. The celestial Chicago is an eternal clarified, subtle, penetrating fixed corpse that can penetrate and perfect all other bodies. The candidates of the Royal Arch are prepared in stages, in search of this triangle with the unpronounceable name of God. Muscled Marys that follow the dictates of demographics and tastes of dolts. Shady charlatans everywhere declared their desire to join this wonderful college. A hot steaming closet painted black to match the lack of light that ingeniously foreshadows every single move you slipped right down into. Visible world, to construct it from light and darkness, or break it down into light and darkness. The underworld here, the illegality, exists most in just how often they clean the floors. The dividing artist stands surrounded by a forest of metal, separating along the verticals. In a powerful act, chaotic matter into sulfur and mercury, fire and water. The secrets are heavier. The self-hatred and brain-screaming epiphanies may be the highest price. A fire that consumes everything, and opens and closes everything. To moan and hope, and change the study from the veil of his funeral and infirmary, and worthlessness, and failed promise. Chaotic night is withdrawn. Controls are set long before digging is allowed to begin. The sensitive world is imagined in the first brain chamber, by the transforming power of the soul, into a shadowy duplicate. Blank face is made blanker, as the originals lose any definition that's not explicit or overstated. Then transcended in the next chamber of the capacity for judgment and knowledge. What little these lives and representations might have meant, in some hideously fooled romantic anything, becomes, now, in withered desperation and willful implosion, something personally voyeuristic. The last chamber is the center of memory and movement. Your taste, your interest, like your access, is cheap and paltry, and removed so far down as to depend on approximations as bad and stingy as this. Again and again replaces deeper and deeper. The central chamber of reason is warm and moist. The slob that empties the steel boxes that collect sticky silver coins, fed in there by sleazy street rats. It is the archive or reservoir from which the central chamber draws its material for new chains of thought. The shots aren't explicit, but neither are the concepts of nightmare scars, trauma eggs, and repressed memory syndromes. The impressions of the sidereal world spirit are imprinted on his upper body. These mouth whores eat themselves, which is what one does when one laps at surrogates. Sensory information is shaped into glowing visual images and etched into the brain. The ascent of this solnitric firecrack through the 7 source spirits has often been compared to the awakening of the snake fire. By mid-afternoon, the place burns with the heavy stench of a car garage, and condoms spilling crabs and cum litter the floor in puddles, and chewed gum and tissues.